Hey, you get old, these things happen.
Yeah, I know the feeling. So when are you heading down?
Friday, I'm here until Friday. Everybody admits we were down there.
Yep.
Thank you.
You gonna leave your jacket on?
I demonstrate, I am, it's cold.
This puffer jacket?
At least it was warm and wet yesterday.
It was warm yesterday.
Yeah.
It was warm today.
Yeah, it was warm today too. It was
Well,
wet.
early this morning, not now, I mean, earlier it was warmer. My granny was.
You're not gonna win here again.
Yeah, you might
Not
as
with
well
me, you're
just
not
give
gonna
up.
win, and not with Art either.
Yeah, I like the cold. Thank you. Supposed to get real cold tonight too.
Yes, you mentioned the
Big
S
swing,
word.
yeah, big swing.
Oh, tonight?
Tomorrow?
This ain't tomorrow morning, you know, light snow.
Hmm.
Is this weekend?
Yeah. We never got school canceled over things like that.
It was canceled today, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what she
so-
said, maybe they'll
Yeah.
cancel it again
Oh,
tomorrow.
really? Yeah, someone
I
told me.
think part of it was there was so many road closures, I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Hmm. Tripping on wires again. I tried to fix the things today.
Any luck?
Well, no, at least, the one was stretching the cord all the way, so
Oh, yeah, the
I swapped
wires
them
are-
around. It's a hot mess over here, John.
John's like,
John,
Yes. Hot mess.
it's a hot mess, John. I'm sinking,
Well,
slowly going
You
down.
got the
Yeah,
chair.
you got the chair.
I think they're all like that to some degree.
Chairs are just fine.
John.
John's in boots.
Chairs are
Yes.
fine.
No, they're not.
That's a good man to have around with the budget.
Cheers are fine. 6:59.
I'm fast.
December 18th, 2023.
Was stroke one at time? I heard you say it before. All right.
I told him we didn't need them.
Gotcha.
All right, good evening and welcome to the December 18th Village Board meeting. If you could please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Everybody have a chance to read the minutes?
November
November
20th?
20th, yes.
Yes.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes, please?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We have a pay request number 6 for TNA Construction in the amount of $251,702.50. Anybody have any questions regarding this pay request?
No.
Yeah.
All right, can I get a motion to approve the pay request?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we have the holiday schedule. Does anybody have any questions regarding the holiday schedule?
Following the federal
Yes.
holidays.
Yes. The only thing is we have a floating holiday,
Right.
and we've decided to have that be the day after Christmas.
Okay.
So that's the only difference. Can I get a motion to approve the holiday schedule?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We have our annual Employees Assistance Program. It's an annual contract or agreement with Mid-Hudson Regional Hospital. There really isn't any changes, no. So, anybody have any questions regarding that?
No,
Okay, can I get a motion to approve that, please?
I'll make the motion.
No second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We also have the planning board asking for, to be lead agency for Pawling Commons. There's an area on the property that they want to expand, to provide more parking.
Well, parking's a good thing.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions regarding that?
No.
Okay, so we have no issue with the planning board being lead agency, so I'll make the motion for that.
No second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Dan, you're up.
Thank you, and thank you for approving TNA's request. Cash flow this time of the year is always challenging for contractors, and that'll help both TNA and their subs out. And if it builds goodwill to keep the job, and it builds goodwill to keep the job going, so thank you very much. TNA has done, in my view, a remarkable job getting pipe in the ground, and their sub, American, has done equally well doing plumbing, and their other sub, Sean Dalrymple, has done a really nice job building that building. It was our intent to have beneficial occupancy in December, but unfortunately, due to supply chain issues, particularly with electrical equipment, we're not able to achieve that. It now looks like the critical electrical equipment won't be here until the April-May timeframe, so we're gonna have to close the plant down safely and in a protective manner for the winter. We'll be working there a little bit in January, but I expect very little activity in February and March, and I expect the activity to pick back up as soon as this electrical equipment gets here. One of TNA's big concerns and anxiety was, would this big 30-inch pipe, I don't know whether you were out there to see any of this installation,
Not recently, no.
but it was a much bigger excavation than I envisioned, because 30-inch pipe is big, and we had two of them side by side. They had to take out some rock, and there'll be a change order for some of this work because it wasn't anticipated, but did a remarkable job getting it in. And on either Wednesday or Thursday of last week, it passed the pressure test, which everybody was really sweating. If it didn't pass, it's a real problem. So that was a early Christmas present for everybody. We'll have a team meeting tomorrow to talk about SCADA, this system, and that's the electrical contractor that has the responsibility for that. SCADA will allow all of the data from all of the new sources and the treatment works at Lower Baxter to be transmitted electronically back to the wastewater treatment plant, which is where the principal office of business of your operators. So they do water and wastewater. They'll be able to control pumps, they'll be able to see flow, and they'll be able to see drawdown data in the well. So it will really give them real-time control over the electronics and operation of the facility, which 21st century stuff. It's really nice. So that's being discussed tomorrow, and we hope that The operators will be part of that meeting because they're gonna have to use it. The design engineers and Castleman will all participate in that, and that's all I have to report.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
And that scatter equipment, that's the one that's coming in April, May?
No, actually, the big missing part between the transformed grid power and the 480 volt power that this system uses, there's, NYSEG requires a switch on, a kill switch on both sides of their meter, so that they don't use the meter as the disconnect, they use switches. It's those switches, the 480 volt switches are just not available. And without it, we can't ask for the meter to be put in and get the UL inspection to get us power. It's just switches, and we're dead in the water because of it. It's just unfortunate, but the supply chain is what it is today.
Dan, how about that transformer? I remember you
The-
saying NYSEG was worried they weren't gonna be able to get one.
They had them. So this is it's a different setup than I've really ever
Okay,
seen
so
in the
then-
past. When Baxter Green was done in 2000, they actually hung the transformers on a pole.
Yeah. so-
Typically, this would be a transformer that sits on a concrete pad on the ground, which is what you see out at the Umscheid site.
Mhm.
We're sort of lucky that it was set up the way it was, because that kind of transformer was an 18-month order
Right, I
period.
remember seeing that.
So we've had several meetings with NYSEG on site, and they're conscientious. They're really, really good. The transformers that are on the pole now don't have enough capacity for the old plant and the new plant, so they need to be changed out. Turns out, the NYSEG folks left our meeting, went over to the yard over in New Paltz, and they got 3 of them.
Okay.
And so we put in an order, so we locked in those 3 for the village back in, I don't know, September, October. But they're not up there yet because
Right,
of
but
these
they're
stupid switches.
phosphorus. Okay, good.
And the other good news, insofar as I can tell, I was carrying $100K in the project for NYSEG's work and transformers and that kind of thing. Insofar as I can tell, there's going to be no charge from NYSEG. I've asked them several times, and they've never given me any dollar value other than the standard application fee of like $250 or something like that. So I think we caught a break there.
Yeah, that's
Let's
great.
hope so.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions? Okay,
Thanks,
thank you,
Dan.
Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I need a motion to approve the November bills in the amount of $251,702.50.
So moved. I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, and so can I get a motion to adjourn and go into public comment?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Can you state your name, please?
I was just gonna do that.
Okay.
And can I get, is this gonna be heard, and if I just stand here and speak? will it
Oh,
be
yeah,
nice?
No.
it's right above you.
The mic is right up here. Kelly Lifland, wife of the former mayor. I have a lot of questions. And there's a lot of people in this community that have a lot of questions. And these are the questions, and I don't expect answers tonight, but I think we need some transparency and answers to these questions. And I'll give you a copy of this when I'm done reading it. So this goes to the mayor, board members. I wish Dave Daniels was here, it pertains a lot to him. But here's the questions. Why didn't the Downey project go through? How much money did Dave Daniels, as the village lawyer, make on that project? Why did Dave Daniels make sure Kelly Libel was voted off the planning board? Regarding Rob's changing out those water lines, you, Lori Taylor, asked for this big investigation on it. Cost us personally a lot of money and a lot of emotional heartache. I had 4 lawyers tell me that it was so unnecessary. It could have been handled in-house. So my questions are, first of all, I know Dan Peters knew he wasn't well at the time, and I bet you some of you knew he wasn't well at the time. Nobody came to me. What happened to friendships? Compassion? I don't know what to say. But Lori, you and Dave seemed to feel like you needed to just throw him under the bus, give him enough rope to hang out there, and do what you did to him. Turns out nothing comes from the investigation. Everything you said about Rob, his business, us, was slander, defamation of character. Absolutely. Go back to your minutes. That we had some big, illegal stuff going on. I wonder what illegal stuff we have going on in this village municipality. All he did wrong was he didn't get permission from the board to change out those water lines. I have pictures of those water lines, and you can pass them around. Now, I see your minutes, Lori, and you say, oh, we have to change out the remaining water lines because they're just not good. You're looking to use grant money to do that. So here, we know when Rob changed out water lines for the village, he was some sort of criminal for that. And now you are in dire straits to get money, grant money, to fix the remaining line. And I'm gonna tell you what Rob did by putting in that valve there is gonna make your job a lot easier running up to Quaker Hill Road. And I've heard there's some disasters with that, but we won't even get into that yet. So, in your deposition, you said you didn't think these water lines were that bad. Now you have in your minutes that they're really bad. They need to be changed out. I don't get it. There's just no consistency. You seem to think it was okay that people drank water out of those water lines? I don't get it. Why now does it take longer than it should and cost more than ever to get a permit to do a project in this village? Mayor Taylor has escalated the amount of money a developer or contractor has to put in escrow. This mayor and board don't seem to care how much of a financial hardship these outrageous fees are for a developer or a business owner. There does not seem to be guidelines on what the fees will be. I wanted to put apartments in my building over there that I sold, but I knew just from how we were treated, how Rob was treated, I wouldn't have a shot at it, and you'd probably charge me, who knew what it was gonna be. So thank God Sean built the building. Why did it take a year for him to get a permit through this village? It's just gone so backwards here. John, you're a businessman. How do you think these people feel? That you keep taking money from them? You keep making them jump through hoops? I don't understand it. It's disgusting. How much money has Dave Daniels and the village engineer made through escrow for the following projects? The Downey project, which never got approved, and it was a good project. I was in the last meeting with Rob. He presented to Rob as mayor to see if it would get approved or what he felt about it. I was there, it was a great plan. We couldn't get it through. They spent over $100,000 to try to get their plan through, and nobody would approve it. And who didn't want it, and why? Why does it matter who you are or not to get a plan through? Where are the guidelines? Why should Dave Daniels have so much say on whose project gets to be put through and whose doesn't? Anthony on East Main for the 15 apartments took forever. Al Thompson's project on Spring Street, I don't know, but you guys know, I don't know. He's not come to me, so I want him, but how long did it take him, or is he getting the approvals he needs to get? The Thomas Eddy Restaurant project, what a disaster. For 2 years that building sits, because we're in this, whatever you want to call it, it's just sad. Chris Johnson, why are you doing what you're doing to him? Why are you out to destroy people? You think it's funny?
I don't think it's funny. You're discussing about things that are under litigation that we can't comment on.
Absolutely.
So it's unfair for you to make these accusations and we can't comment
Well,
on
where
it.
is it getting out there in the public?
We're unable to
The
comment
public
on it because it's
doesn't know.
under litigation.
Why
So
should
we're
it
unable to
be there?
discuss it. So you can make these accusations that we're the bad guy we can't express our point right now.
Because it's every stinking project in this community. They can't get done. They can't get put through. We're gonna be in a battle with everybody? You know what, under Rob?
When you submit
No,
Plan A,
no.
you build Plan A,
Didn't
and there's
happen
no
under Rob's
litigation.
plan.
That's the bottom line.
What's that?
When you submit Plan A and you build Plan A, then there's no litigation. When you submit Plan A and go to Plan B, and our engineers have to review that plan over and over again, that's why the escrow costs are where they're at. And that's in general based on,
They're right up front. They are right up front.
to
And
cover
who-
the cost,
and
and
who-
what's not used is returned.
For escrow, that's
For
what
escrow.
escrow is.
Our
You put it up
fees-
front and
I
it's
You
know
made
what
comments
escrow
before
is.
about our
So-
building permit fees, they're all laid out
From day
upstairs.
one, you didn't want the Thomasetti project. Whatever you have against
Can't say
it.
that.
No, no, oh,
Nobody,
yes, I
nobody
can.
was against that project,
That's
Kelly.
true.
Nobody.
Nobody
Yes.
wants another restaurant in town more than I do.
You
I
forget
make it very
Robert's
clear.
still the mayor. I saw
Nobody
the
was
email.
against it.
Please stop. Just stop.
All right.
We're gonna look for bones in on their property, because there might be bones on that property from the cemetery next door. Who comes up with that stuff? And who makes money off of that? Your village lawyer and your village engineer. So don't tell me. And that's what the public needs to know. And if you guys are board members,
What? She shouldn't have been reading emails between, you should just stop it right now.
I don't think so. No, let the people know.
She shouldn't have been.
How long did it take Dave Daniels to get his permit, and how many hoops did he have to jump through? There are problems here. And I'm asking you board members, because I'm not gonna get it straight from Lori Taylor. To do your job, do your due diligence. That Downey project should have went through. I don't know why they didn't want it to go through. There's certain people in this community that think they run the community, and they're gonna make the decisions they wanna make for us. And I think Rob was pushed out because he wasn't gonna play like some of the people here play. No doubt about it. Jennifer, stop. Just stop. And Lori, I'm gonna tell you, in your deposition to our lawyer,
You can't be discussing, it's still,
why? It's public.
it's
You
not-
can't snicker
we're
about
still-
my
We're still
husband's
under
illness.
litigation, so we can't comment on it, so it's unfair for you
Our thing is
to make
done.
accusations that we can't reply to.
How is this finished?
It's beyond the realm.
It is disgusting.
What's disgusting? How you treated my husband?
No,
How you-
no, how we, oh.
Wow.
Well, answer then. Tell me
No,
what
we
you're
can't.
We
talking
can't,
to
that's
It's
right.
so
yourself.
sad that we can't answer.
About what?
How we tried to treat your husband with compassion and love in this office.
And nobody came to me though, right, Jennifer? Not you?
You're his wife, you should have known. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, is that your excuse?
No, that's.
Is that your excuse?
No, if you're
I
gonna throw
was doing-
stones,
Kelly,
throw them at
enough.
yourself,
Yeah.
Kelly. Don't
Read
throw them
through
at
your
me.
thing and let's move on,
Don't throw them at me, please.
because you don't know what you're
Jennifer, I
talking
know what
about.
went on
Please.
here.
No,
And I
you
know
do
what
not
you, how you
know.
treated him.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Doesn't even know what
And he
you're doing
was
on her
sick.
own house.
I know he
But
was
she didn't
sick.
think he was, and nobody came to me, not even my brother-in-law, to say that there was a problem.
You need to stop.
Yeah, Cal.
You really
Could you
do.
just-
Why? Because it's
Can you
please- can you-
because it's uncomfortable for you?
No, because it's uncomfortable. You're so wrong
Yeah.
and so hurtful, and
you
you pretend
really
you're
don't
not,
know
and
what
it's
you're
so
talking
hurtful.
about.
I know exactly what I'm talking
No.
No, you don't.
You don't have the facts at all.
You don't.
Can we please move on with
You
this?
need
Yeah.
an investigation?
Kelly, can you please?
You don't
Yeah,
have
here's
that.
the
Please
other
move
thing.
on.
How do you make the Thomasettis pay for your investigation? That came up with nothing. How do you make them pay for that? Is that legal?
They didn't. They didn't pay for it.
Again, we're discussing litigation that we should not be discussing.
I thought it was public knowledge. Somebody told me that was public knowledge. So we're just gonna deny everything.
I'm not gonna deny it, I'm gonna tell you that we can't discuss it
Is
because
it
it's
legal?
litigation.
All right, well, so here we are, no transparency. My
That's-
understanding was it was all said and done. You can't tell me, it's borderline criminal what you're doing here, and you can deny it all you want.
Okay? Thank you.
And Dave Daniels is gonna charge $100 and some odd thousand. And the Thomasettis are gonna pay for that? You, or Dave Daniels, asked for that investigation. And you're gonna make the Thomasettis pay for it. It's on you. So it's gonna be on the taxpayers.
Okay.
So no honesty and transparency and truth here.
We are very
Is that
honest
legal
and
to make them
transparent.
pay for that?
We're not gonna be discussing this. I can't say it all right now.
How many times does he have to tell you we can't
We
discuss it?
can't discuss it.
That's really convenient for you guys, and I'm disappointed in you.
Well, what would you like me to tell you?
Because, is it legal to make the Tomasettis pay for that lawyer that she hired out of White Plains to do the big investigation on Ryard? On hearsay and gossip.
More than hearsay and
And
gossip.
I'm gonna tell you something. He served this community 25 years. You owe him an apology.
He did serve this community 25 years, and he did a fine job up till towards the end. I'm gonna give you that.
Because
He did a
wasn't
great
allowed.
job, he was a good volunteer.
Because he didn't get permission from the board to put water lines
It's
in.
more than that.
was
It's more-
over.
it's a lot more than
You
that.
do not have your facts.
It's a lot more than that,
Well, then why doesn't somebody tell me?
because I don't feel like having dirty laundry put out over on the air.
Exactly, yeah,
It's under
exactly.
So why haven't
litigation.
you ever come to me and told me there was more than
Because
that?
we can't talk to you.
We're
Because
not,
this is how you are.
and we're
Oh,
also not
Jennifer,
allowed to.
Come on, you're such a hypocrite.
Okay.
Just a hypocrite.
Wow.
All right,
No, not a wow.
thank you. Do we have anything else?
No, that's it.
I would just like to wish everyone a happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Let everybody know that.
Same to everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
The leaves are being picked up, they are getting around to it. We are short on the highway department, we do have an opening, if anyone knows of anybody. We are accepting applications, so with that,
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
thank
Okay,
you.
thank you all.
Good night.
Thank you.